Hey friends, thank you for joining me here at Non-Toxic Account. I'm glad you're here. I'm obviously not set up right now to do a video, and I apologize if it's a little bit wiggly because I'm holding the camera up with my arm, but I wanted to get something out there pretty quickly because there's just so much misinformation out there when it comes to latex allergy and what you can and can't eat. Oh, allergists driving me bonkers. They just don't know. They just don't know, friends. And that's a huge issue because so many health professionals think that they know, but they don't. They just don't know. All right, so I'm going to stop saying that three-letter phrase again and move on with this video. The fact of the matter is that latex allergy is really pretty mysterious as far as allergies go, and allergies in general, quite frankly, if you really look at the peer-reviewed research that is honest and that is accurate and true, allergies are really mysterious. And quite frankly, no one really can say that they truly understand allergies, including allergists. If you have seen a lot of allergists, then you know that they all say different things. They aren't even in one accord when it comes to treatment or diagnosis of allergies. And if you have looked at the published reliability of allergy testing, come on, friends, give me a break. The gold standard is a food diary that you keep yourself to diagnose allergies. And that goes for other allergens as well when it comes to chemicals that you may be sensitive to. I did that for 6 months, not just for chemicals, but for everything when it came to what I used on my body as far as shampoo and soap went, and what my husband used, where I went, what I did. Even if I used some sort of treatment on my cats, I wrote it down, and that made such a huge difference as to ascertaining exactly what was triggering any reactions that I had. So I highly recommend that. You don't have to do it for 6 months like I did, but even just for a month will really give you some clarity as to what you are truly reacting to. Now, I have had personally more allergy tests than I can recall. I've had the RAS test, the ELISA test, which are both blood work tests. I've also had some other testing as well, and I apparently have a timer going off in the kitchen here on me. All right, so the tests just aren't accurate. And so if you're relying on testing, whether it's pinprick testing or endpoint titration testing, those just aren't as reliable as you would like. And I know this because I've had all those tests many times, all of them, not just the endpoint titration once. I had that 4 times. Oh, it was miserable because it was all over my back or my arms, depending on the allergist that conducted it. And oh man, it was so bad, and it was so unreliable. Now, there was one test out of all of the many years that I had allergy testing, which was about 20 years, that was accurate as far as what I truly am allergic to. And of course, it didn't catch latex because latex, let's be frank here, latex just cannot be tested for. The proteins that make up the spectrum of natural rubber latex proteins haven't even all been identified. So how can you test for something you haven't identified? You simply can't. So what do you eat? What can you eat when you have a latex allergy? Well, you can eat what you tolerate, friend. Don't pay attention to the lists that say if you have a latex allergy, you can't eat bananas, or you can't eat avocados, you can't use aloe, you can't eat potatoes or tomatoes, because you don't know. Your body is not like anyone else's body on earth. Your body is fearfully and wonderfully made. It's different than everyone's. And as such, you're going to have different responses to different things, especially if you have a latex allergy, because that latex protein that you are particularly sensitized to, whether it's one or many proteins, is not going to be the same as anyone else who has a latex allergy necessarily. So you can't rely on any lists that say what you need to avoid, because the cross allergens, when it comes to food, it's a really fuzzy area, honestly, as far as research goes. And yeah, it's just not that statistically reliable as far as that goes. I would rely far more on anecdotal data. A lot of people who have a latex allergy, trying to get this trying to hold this so that I'm not cockeyed. There we go. A lot of people who have a latex allergy are also allergic to bananas, but some people never have problems with bananas ever. Ever. So if you're avoiding bananas because you have a latex allergy and you were told that you need to avoid bananas, friends, that's not entirely true. Not always. This is not medical advice. This is not medical information. This has not been evaluated by the FDA. These statements haven't. Always consult your doctor about everything. But friends, you have got to do your own research. You have got to do your own research, and you have to listen to your body above all. Because there were many tests that I had that came back that said that I was allergic to cats, but I'm not allergic to cats. I'm allergic to cats if they are poison, quite frankly. I'm allergic to the toxic byproduct that comes out of cats, that protein. I'm allergic to that. If a cat is healthy and hasn't been poisoned recently, then I can be around the cat. It's not a problem. Again, of course, you got to consult your doctor, and you have to listen to your body and do your own research. So what can you eat if you have a latex allergy? You can eat what you aren't allergic to. You can eat what you don't have problems with. But know that a lot of people who have latex allergies do end up with other food allergies. Now myself, I thought that I had a ton of cross food allergies. But once I got out of the toxic environments that, let's face it, are modern construction today, once I got out of those environments, then I got so many foods back. Today, I have not been around bananas for probably 2 years now, 2.5 years. So I don't know if I still have a banana allergy, but bananas are something I'm not planning on trying because I had such a violent reaction to them. They were one of the first foods that I lost, but still I was able to eat them for quite some time, and bananas were very violent when I lost them, and I just lost them overnight. There are a lot of other foods that I was unable to eat for a time, like potatoes and tomatoes, some common cross foods. And a lot of times tropical foods are often common crosses as well for a latex allergy. But that doesn't mean that you can't eat anything tropical just because you have a latex allergy. Avoid what bothers you and eat everything else. If you avoided everything that could possibly, maybe, I don't know, potentially be a latex cross allergen as far as food goes, you will starve to death, my friend. You will not have anything to eat. You need food to live. You need food to survive. And so if someone tells you that if you have a latex allergy, you absolutely have to avoid this other thing that is not part of the natural rubber latex plant, is not derived from the natural rubber latex plant, they don't know what they're talking about, friends. They simply don't. It's important to listen to your body and your reactions. All right, always remember that. Thanks so much for being here. Please give me a like, subscribe, share. Be sure to sign up for our weekly newsletter so you don't miss new posts. Thanks so much for being here, friends. Have a beautiful and blessed day.